Although we don't want this part.
No, we don't, but it's allowing me. How do you like that?
Good. There, I figured it out.
Hi, Leila.
Hi, Leila.
Hi, Leila.
We're just waiting on the Board of Selectmen.
Oh, are they invited to this?
Yes.
Did Priscilla's microphone get ever dealt with again, or who knows?
Oh, yeah. She figured that out.
Good.
It worked last time.
Did you mean to mute me, or was that an accident?
I think I just have automatic mute when people enter.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'll be quiet.
no, you're okay.
You've done a wonderful thing, Jonathan, to get this put together to make this work.
So let's call the meeting to order. First is approval minutes of June 2nd, 2020 Board of Selectmen meeting. So I'll make a motion to approve that. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, Marina, are you out there?
I'm here. You can't see me?
I can't see you. I can see Priscilla. Good.
I'm here.
Okay, so you're good. All right. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, we have additions to the agenda. Are there any?
Not for me.
Okay. Public comments. How's the public doing? Any public comments?
Public is great. Thank you.
Well, there we go. Let us know. We've got a link. Good. Okay. So then, communications. The only one I had is that people are encouraged to mail their tax bills in as opposed to coming to town hall and dropping them off. If we can mail the tax bills in that are due July 1st, that'd be great. So any other communications? Okay. Next thing is COVID coronavirus update. And let's see, our group still meets. There still is active COVID cases in the region and in town. Some people are in recovery. And again, the requirements that were put in place to social distance and wear masks and things are still there. There will be some more measures taken next week, but those social distancing and personal protective measures are still going to be in place. So I'd encourage everybody to do that. And again, we just hope that all those things will continue to be effective in fighting this. We did talk at our last meeting about giving some people that have been doing extraordinary things and ordinary things in an extraordinary way to give them a little honorarium as
I've lost Gordon.
He's frozen.
that was discussed, trying to give a little honorarium to. So I would recommend that we give, and I did talk to Barbara Herbst about this, how some of the volunteers.
Gordon.
He needs to get on better Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there's also some background noise. I'm wondering if that's, does somebody have their TV?
Diane's done a extraordinary job.
Gordon,
Diane, with it. Yeah.
I'm gonna-
we lost you for a few moments. Is there a TV
Okay.
somewhere? We're picking up a TV and losing your discussion.
Okay. I will get rid of the TV. Hold on a second.
He seems to be outdoors also, so maybe he needs to go indoors.
He
Oh,
might
that beer looks good.
outdoors, actually. I think he gets broadcast from his sugar shack, which is near the street.
Oh,
But does anybody else hear that TV in the background?
Mhm.
I think that's,
maybe it's
I hear
smart.
it.
My husband's watching TV. Let me go ask him to turn it down.
Oh, I didn't hear a TV. On my screen, he was just freezing.
yeah. But I was wondering if it was because the program was picking up on the TV audio
Huh.
instead of his. Oh, he dropped off.
Okay, I asked my husband to turn his down.
Okay, I don't hear it anymore, so I might have.
Good.
So we lost Gordon.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
I might have chased him off. Or
Next thing you know, Jonathan, he'll walk in the door behind you.
he might. That would be okay, though, you know.
Maybe there's something good on TV.
America's Got Talent at 8.
Oh,
I say Wheel of Fortune's on right now, I think.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, we like to watch Jeopardy, but we give up on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, that's fair.
but I'm better at Wheel of Fortune than I am at Jeopardy.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Well, I'm going to go back to mute because I think I don't want to interfere with the meeting. Does Gordon know he's not on, or?
I don't know. I'll give him a call.
Hi, Marina's beach already.
Sorta. Define ready. No, I've got a few touches, but it's mapped out and staked. And the water was turned on today, and the beach house is clean, so we're in shape, and the lifeguards are ready. But your gentleman helped me a lot and moved some stuff and got rid of the picnic tables and all that. So
Scooter,
thank you. Yeah.
you're welcome.
I'm back. Okay.
Oh, good.
How we doing?
He lost you at honorarium.
Honorarium. Okay, we'll take that from the top. So anyway, the board did talk last time about giving some honorarium to the people that have been on the front lines for the town and done a lot to get us through to this point anyway with the COVID thing, the COVID challenge. And certainly Heather Deneen with the social service and organizing the delivery service to many families in town has put in a lot of time and great effect. And Diane Beebe, who's our emergency management director, has been in charge of coordinating with the state and has gotten us a lot of the personal protective gear that we need, not just for the town, but also for businesses and other organizations. So we talked about giving them a $1,000 honorarium. And then I think just at the transfer station, Ted Larson and Will Berry have been putting in a lot of time, and it hasn't always been easy, especially in the early time trying to get people to do things a different way. But they've, I think, done it, and we've been able to handle that without, any closures or any great inconvenience. So again, I'd recommend that they would also get a $1,000 honorarium. We are at the end of the fiscal year. We're in good shape. We haven't really hit into our contingency at all. We haven't had major expenses, even with this COVID thing. And I think it is always good to give credit where it's due. And we have a good team that extends to the town office. And I think there have been other people that have contributed a lot to keep things going, including at the town office, the town clerk, Vera Deneen, John Berry, my assistant, and Barbara Herb, who keeps our finances all going. Again, we've had a great show of support through our food and fuel fund, and Barbara's kept all that going and supplied me with thank you notes to write to the almost 200 people that have donated to that. So again, that's worked out. And then our 4 highway crew have been in every day doing their work, and we did paving we did some oiling projects, kept everything going, went through snowstorm and things to keep keep it business as usual. So I would like to, again, what I thought was for people in this group, the town office workers and the highway department, give them $250 gift card. It was recommended by Barbara, and that would be a gas card because everybody's had to spend a little more time driving around doing things. And that extends to this 4 volunteers at the food pantry that have really anchored that organization, which includes Becky Herbert, Kay Tyson, Heidi Kearns, and one more person that I'm forgetting right now. Jesse Bate, you got it. So Jesse's the 4th, so I'd like to give them a $250 gift card, and with our a nice note from us thanking them. And there are 4 fire department officers that have also contributed a lot. By every week we get together and talk about what's going on in town, and that's Joyce Hart, who is the ambulance captain, Jane Ridgway, Elizabeth Ridgway, who ambulance lieutenant, and Fred Stovall, the fire chief. So again, those 4 have been working with us on task force to make things better and get us through this thing as seamlessly as possible. So that's my recommendation, as I'm related to at least 2 of those people. I don't want to make a recommendation myself, but if somebody wants to make a motion, I'll leave it up to you 2. I think that's my recommendation, having sort of been in the middle of it all. These people that really gone above and beyond for everybody's benefit. And I think this is, you can say say different amounts or whatever you want to do, but I'll leave it to the rest of the board to make a motion to do something along these lines.
That's a great idea, Gordon, and I will make that motion. I thought you gave it a lot of thought, and between the larger amounts and the gift certificates, I think it's perfect, just the way you set it out. So I so move.
And I second.
Any discussion? And again, you can never really put a dollar amount on people's time or people's abilities and, you know, in a time of crisis, but certainly there are people that did a lot, and there's more than are on this list, dozens more people that have made a difference in the town. But again, we had to start somewhere, and that's where we're at it. So anyway, all those in favor of that motion to give honorariums to our front line, say aye.
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 And I'll abstain from that vote. Okay, so anything else on the COVID? Next, we have truck bids. So Jim, you want to take it away? We have been circulating various bid proposals, and we did get 3 bids back last week. Several dealers came with trucks to try and demonstrate and things. So I think Jim has a recommendation for us.
I do. I'm glad you were able to see Gordon, you know, a couple of times. You were at town office when we stopped by. As you know, I started out with 5 different truck manufacturers. Drove to Windsor, drove to Hartford twice, had the trucks come to me a few times. 2 of the bidders dropped out. The international bid that you currently have before you, he didn't meet the specifications. Several of the things that he didn't add up to a considerable amount of money that would have put him up with the other 2 current bidders. You know, I looked at the 2 trucks I consider the finalists, the Freightliner and the Western Star. I found the Western Star to be exactly what I was looking for in many ways. The build is very solid when you inside of it, when you close the doors. It's just got a really good feeling about it, the type of materials it's made out of. Better grade components I put down. Comes with point-to-point wiring. And the reason I say that is more area towns are considering this over what is a new trend of multiplexing wiring, which I could get into that, but that's more, I got a little description of that. The multiplexing wiring is onboard computers that capture fault data. So it's almost like fiber optic, you're wiring. But what the problem is, I think it may be great technology that may need a few more years to get ironed out. So a lot of towns, including Cornwall, are having issues with wiring on Freightliners. The trucks themselves, both trucks I drove on my plow route. I like the comfort and the silence in the cab of the Western Star. And as I mentioned, the location of the instruments, everything was exactly where I had specified. The Freightliner, you need to move around a little more to do that. During the time I drove the Freightliner, I personally didn't like the instrument layout. Like I said, I had to move my hands more to do things. It adds up when you're plowing snow. You kind of want to have things a little more where you want them, not having to guess where things are. And our Freightliner that we have currently in Cornwall, the identification on those switches has worn off with fingers. So that's only a 4-year-old truck, and already you have to kind of remember what button does what. If it's not your truck and you get in it to drive it. Other than that, I just spent a lot of time looking into all these trucks, and really from day one thought the Western Star was, for the money, what would take us to for long years of service. I called the town of Brookfield that currently still have trucks, Western Star trucks that are from 2000 and 2001, I called the mechanic down there, and his name is Diesel, of all things. That's what we call him.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, he said that the trucks are still currently running strong, and in the town of Brookfield, they try to get 20 to 25 years out of their trucks. And he said they found that with the Western Star that they're able to do that. So they've actually received one 2 weeks ago, and they're in the works soon to be ordering another. So I have the information for the town of Brookfield. He also gave me information to contact Newtown, but they also have Western Star. And the town of Warren just bought a Western Star. So we think the truck is built well, and we could possibly go a further distance with operation through the years.
Great. So one of the things you mentioned, Jim, was that these trucks, because some of the components are simplified, they can hold up better under adverse condition. This particular brand was pioneered in Canada, where on the Great White North, you can't break down up there or you're really in trouble. I think it is somewhat more expensive, but if you feel it's a heavier duty truck, currently if we're getting 15 years out of a $200,000 truck, it's the the annual expense of that is about $15,000 every year. So if this one is slightly more, but over the course of the truck, even if we get a year out of it, it's less.
I can't hear Gordon anymore.
He must have lost the connection.
Ah. Hmm.
Well, I can call him. All right, you're good to go.
Okay, sorry about that, folks. We're having difficulties up here, so, anyway, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
I think we lost Priscilla. Oh,
We lost Priscilla now.
No, why?
Oh, wait.
yeah. We just lost your picture.
Hi, Gordon.
You can hear him, right?
Correct.
Okay, so, any other comments, Jim?
No, I just think that, for the money we're getting, like I said, out of the years of doing this, I just felt really confident, comfortable that this is a really good purchase.
So the price differential is what, $7,500?
I believe it's around 8, possibly.
Okay.
I could probably shave 600. I added the trailer connections in the back, which we currently have on of our trucks. We don't really tow too much, so I
Yeah.
can, it's best to do it now before it's built, but I could always
No, I think I don't
deduct
think
that.
that's a great price differential for if you strongly prefer the one that you prefer. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so, I'll make a motion then that on Jim's recommendation, we go with
Was
Lori
there,
Johnson?
yeah, I'm here. Was there a second to that?
Sorry, I'll second it. I wasn't sure if he was finished or not. I'll second.
So any discussion?
No.
Okay. All right, so Priscilla, are you in favor of this?
Absolutely.
Good.
You hear me? Yes.
I think Jim is gonna be the one driving this, truck, and he certainly has, spent a lot of time in the seat, going, especially plowing. And so again, he has the most at stake, and certainly he has done a lot of, work for the town. So again, I trust his judgment and, think it's appropriate that, you know, if we have to spend a little more money initially, this may work out, in the long run to be the best value. So, is there any more, discussion about that?
No.
Okay, so all those in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Okay, so next we have, highway projects. We hope to do the bridge work on Cogswell Road and Fort Hill Road in the early part of July. And then there's also gonna be work on Popple Swamp Road, in July, which may cause a closure of the road by the pond project there halfway down Popple Swamp Road, while they raise the road, put in a pipe, and put in a fire hydrant system. So we're gonna be working on that in the coming months. So that's all I had for highway projects. Hammond Beach, do you want to take that away, Marina?
Sure. The town crew worked over the last week to put the docks out and do some cleaning. And then I mapped out the beach in terms of little plots for social distancing. All the lifeguards are ready. So we're set for opening on Saturday. The rules are published. Jonathan, you're giving rules to people that are getting passes, correct?
I haven't sent out any passes yet.
Right. So that's the idea.
I can send them out. I can print those out. And
Yeah, and they're posted at the beach as well. Thank you. So we're in good shape. We're hopeful that the system will work and that people will follow the rules. And we're gonna play it by ear, and if anything changes and it's not working, then we'll reassess.
Okay, so we're open for business on the 20th of June.
Yes, at 10:30 a.m.
Right. So, and we've got all the lifeguards set up.
Yep.
Good. All right then. So, and beach passes are available at our office. So, that's good. So, anything else on Hammond Beach?
No, we're excited that we were able to get it open, and we hope people come and use it and just have a nice summer and realize it's not going to be like usual, but it'll still be nice to be able to go swimming.
Right. Okay. So next is West Cornwall water treatment. Not too much new about that, but I did talk to the engineer, Steve McCollum today. He's going to check in with USDA, see if they have any update on our grant proposal on that. The ag fair, we did get a note from the Agricultural Commission. Wanted to know our thoughts on the ag fair, which is proposed usually in September. At this point, I don't think there's any indication that would be allowed, and the Agricultural Commission is not in favor of holding it under the current conditions. So I would agree with that. happen again next year, but that's something that we should get out there fairly soon. Any other comments on that?
So we're deciding that now for September, but we're not going to revisit it.
Right, and it'd be very hard. I mean, I'm not sure it'd even be allowed, what's allowed, it'd be very hard to have the social distancing and things, so,
Okay.
just a year out from that, okay, so are there any public comments? I'd just like to comment, I'm sorry, but, contact a couple times, and we'll work on that for next time. Again, it's, but a new way of doing things, sometimes it works better than others. But, I think that's all we need to get done tonight. So I wish everybody a safe start of summer, and, we'll be checking in early July. So, anything else? Any comments? Questions from the press? Okay, so then the meeting's adjourned. Okay, thank you all. Thank you, John, for keeping us on track.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, take care.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.
All right, take care, stay well.
You too. Bye.
Good night.
Good night, Jonathan.